of worship.
Today, we will be talking about the story of Moses. Sadly, due to the lack of time that we have, we will be not talking about the entire story, but we will highlight on some key points that he did do in his life. Each section will have verses from the book of Exodus, and then we will also read a part of the verse from a children's book, John?
Yeah, it's true.
A children's book from the church library that depicts the story. So we got that to look forward to.
Long ago, when Moses was grazing his flock one day, he saw a bush burst into flames and heard a strange voice say, "I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob too. The promise I once gave to them, I will surely bring true. The sadness of my children down in Egypt saddens me. I'll show you how to help me, make my people free."
This part of the story makes me think about what I would do if God appeared and asked me to do something. I wonder if I would even notice it. I look at life I have right now, and it is full. Some days I feel so consumed with family, school, and sports obligations that I don't think I would have my eyes open enough to even notice a burning bush, or my nostrils open enough to smell one. These are jokes. Charlie told us to put them in. Still like to take them out, so if you would just sit there and pretend like you enjoyed it, that'd be wonderful.
Exodus 3, verse 11. But Moses said, "But who am I to lead your people out of Egypt?"
Moses is asking God what to do about the doubts others have about him. Later verses show that Moses also didn't know what to do with the doubts he had about himself in accomplishing this monumental task. He felt overwhelmed and like he wasn't the right guy for the job. We've all felt like that, and as Trevor mentioned before, we kind of feel that right now while helping deliver today's message. But God provides support. He goes on to give Moses 3 miraculous signals to show that he is truly a messenger of God. Now, I don't have a magic hand or water that can turn into blood, and I certainly can't make a rod turn into a snake, but I can make a snake turn into a snake. It's fake, everyone. Just calm down. Charlie's dog needs that back, by the way. Anyways. I don't have miracles to help me at Youth Sunday, but God has given me so many wonderful things to help, and that's why I'm here today. God has blessed the youth of this church with an amazing congregation that support us no matter what we do. Well, maybe you didn't like the snake, but it's been like 30 seconds, so we'll just move on.
Please go to Pharaoh with me, you are a bolder man. Inside the mighty palace, before the golden throne, they bowed down low to Pharaoh and made God's wishes known. Pharaoh listened to them, dismissed them with a nod. Why should I free the Hebrews? I do not know their God. He felt so cross, he made his slaves work twice as hard and long. I am the ruler here, he cried, that Hebrew God is wrong.
God called on Moses to do this difficult task. In time to time, we ourselves think as if things are difficult. But that's because God has a bigger plan behind it. Trust in God can be shown when we ask God for confidence, help in abandonment, a game, or in a task. I will close this with one of my favorite Bible verses, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I see this verse relating to the story of Moses, as he was a man who challenged every step of the way. But God's love and faith helped him persevere.
My last point about trusting God is you have to believe. If you believe in miracles, you will see them. If you believe that God puts people and events in your life for a reason, you will see it, and you will use that experience to build your faith and your life. The benefits of stepping on this theoretical first step outweigh the possible setbacks. God will not lead you astray, but to reap the benefits of God's plan, you must stick with it to the end. No bailing out the first time something doesn't work out the way you want it to. He will guide you down his path until the day he takes you home. Remember that he will always know best.
Pharaoh said, "No, I will not let your people go." God told Moses to go meet Pharaoh in the morning as he goes out to the banks of the Nile River. God turned the water of the Nile River into blood. Frogs will come up into the palace, into the homes, into the bedrooms. But no flies bothered the Israelites. The livestock of the Israelites did not die.
Pharaoh's army quickly gave chase, but with a roaring sound the walls of water covered them, and many men were drowned. With beating hearts the Hebrews sang a prayer of victory. They praised the Lord for saving them, and they shouted, "We are free." This is far from the end of the story of Moses. He kept his faith even though things didn't think they were going to go well.
Moses kept faith even though he might not have seen it. Here's a sketch showing how you can rate everyday problems with the story of Moses. I want to clearly identify that this is a skit, so you don't see our awesome acting abilities and confuse it with real life. Dustin is a troubled teenager. He gets bullied and beaten on a daily basis. One day, Josh saw Dustin getting beaten up, and he got angry. When Josh got home that night, he decided to take this matter to God. He prayed for his friend Dustin. He wanted his bullying problem to end. After a couple of days, Josh noticed that nothing had changed. Dustin still got beaten up. He was angry that God didn't immediately answer his prayer and decided to take matters in his own hands. This didn't end very well for Josh. He realized he should have been patient for his prayer to be answered. He should have tried to work with God instead of making God do everything at first and then trying to do it all without God's help. Josh should have kept his faith in God. These traits were exhibited in Moses in the stories in Exodus. And
hopefully this skit shows that having faith and trust in God can help you get through the tough times in your life. We may not be able to see miracles happen, but we need to trust God. We need to trust that God is with us just as he was with Moses. I wish we had enough time to explore the entire story of Moses today. Sadly, this church tries to keep the worship at a brisk 60 minutes or less.
but let the youth also learn from this experience.
In your name we pray. Amen.